avoid hurting your fingers like this, as I just did. Going really well. Right now I'm gonna get larger pieces of wood to not get hypothermia in weather like this. I will take off my wet clothing and just start building either a shelter, a drying rack, gathering bigger pieces of firewood and get myself dry. So this is just to get it going. Real firewood would be thicker. It would have to be dead standing wood. This will only last me for a few minutes. So once I get it going and I see it's sustainable, I will search the nearby area and get bigger pieces of firewood. So there were a lot of people asking why I'm doing it under a tree. For survival, evasion, resistance, extraction, mainly for the evasion part. So right now the wind is actually blowing my smoke that way. Not the worst thing. The worst thing would be if it's going straight up and gives away my position to anyone looking from far away. That's why I want to have it under a spruce tree, which actually spreads the smoke. So have some extra firewood here. It's nothing that will sustain me for any period, but how I would start drying my clothes is first of all, wring everything as dry as you can. You don't have to wait for it to drip out. So take your gloves, whatever, squeeze the extra water out and place them either near the fire or hanging somewhere close to the fire. Also, your big wet clothes, they're not actually helping you right now. They're just cooling you down even more than you would actually be when you're naked and dry. Squeeze the extra water out from here as well. Hang it somewhere near the tree. Another good reason to have a tree here, you actually have something to hang your stuff off of. My shirt will probably dry pretty quickly. I don't want to take my pants off right now because if I'm moving around gathering firewood, I would scrape up my legs way too much and it would be an issue later on. Best idea for me now would be to just gather more firewood and dry myself out. As you see how it's steaming, the pants would be dry in the next maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I keep rotating myself, keep it at a nice distance that where you feel the heat, but it doesn't burn your skin. If you're cold, you can burn yourself because you can't feel when it's too hot and you can get blisters later. Fire making skills are important, so is having all your equipment prepared. So it would be easier to have everything stored away in watertight containers, but as you saw, if you know the basic well enough, you don't need it. I still got the fire going in around 3 minutes, and right now I'm warm and dry, and I will have to be here for another 10-15 minutes, and I could be moving on with almost dry gear.